All right, Ms. Robles, do you know why you're here? Yes. So what are you not doing? All right. So here's the issue we're having. The issue we're having is that you have a balance. You haven't paid your restitution. You're on probation for possession, 4 to 200 grams.
Okay, pause. Possession of 4 to 200 grams? That's not just a traffic stop gone wrong. That's felony territory in Texas, and the court's not playing around. So when the judge asks why she's not paying restitution, this isn't some petty fine. It's about accountability for a serious charge.
So why are you not paying what you owe?
Or is that separate?
No, that's the $57 you owe to the SAPD for laboratory testing, and then you're behind on your fees. So the question is, why are you not paying?
Well, I have a limit that I'm only receiving that back on my son, right?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm only receiving the SSI from my son, so I'm not currently working that I'm looking for work.
And I'm sorry, you're gonna need to speak up. When's the last time you had full-time employment?
2 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
All right, you need to get employment. You can't continue to live off your son's disability, live off your mom, live off your dad. You understand? So, how far did you go in school?
Okay.
All right. Did you go to college or go to a trade school?
Yes.
So what did you go to a trade school for? All right. So what are you doing with that?
No, I didn't keep up with renewing my credit, so I
All right. And I can tell you with this type of case, they're not going to give you your license back. So what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
The probation officer told me it was going to be kind of hard for me to get a regular job.
No, it's not hard for you to get a regular job. They have signs up at McDonald's. They have signs up at Wendy's. Now, I can tell you this. Sometimes people think certain jobs are beneath them, but it's not hard to get a job.
Phew, did y'all catch that? The judge just delivered a verbal wake-up call. Living off your son's disability check while on probation? That's not just irresponsible, it puts the entire household under scrutiny. Now let me ask you, do you think judges should mandate employment, or is that overreach? Drop your take in the comments.
It's just there are jobs that people say, I'm not doing that. So you're going to have to knock your pride aside because right now you're a grown person and you're not supporting yourself. You're living off your 20-year-old son's disability check. You're living off your father. You're living off your mother. That's going to stop. You understand? So this is what I want for her.
Listen closely here. This is a legal boundary line being drawn. No employment with minors or in home health care. Why? Because when someone's on probation for drug-related offenses, being in caregiving roles becomes a legal and ethical risk. It's about protecting others and preventing fraud with state aid.
She's going to have employment, and you're going to get employment within 30 days. You understand? So, and if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you're getting drug tested today, so tell me the truth. I'm sorry, what? All right, we're going to give her a drug test today, and we're going to alternate amend conditions. I'm going to want employment.
Yes, ma'am.
Within 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
And there's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And if the previous judge didn't say it, I'm letting you know you're not allowed to have an employment as a home health care provider. So if you are getting an extra check for taking care of your son, that needs to stop. You understand? All right, and we're going to do a UA today.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, there's to be no contact with Emilio Lamas. And let me just tell you something. With regards to Emilio Lamas, if he's giving you drugs and he knows you're on probation and you could be looking at 20 years in prison, he's not your friend. He doesn't love you. You understand? Because if he loved you, he wouldn't be giving you drugs knowing that you're looking at going to prison for 20 years. So that relationship is over. So there's to be no contact with Emilio Lamas. And let's monitor her on her UAs.
Okay.
All right. So here's the thing, Ms. Robles.
Now, this is a crossroads moment. The judge is giving her a shot at outpatient treatment instead of prison, but only if she's honest about her drug use. That's not a trap, it's an opportunity. And the stakes? Up to 20 years if she slips. Would you take the help or roll the dice?
You know you better than I do. You know you better than probation do. This is the time for you to be honest with me so that we can get you the help that you need so you won't come back here. If you need help with a drug problem, I'm willing to give that to you because I want you to be successful. I don't want you to go to prison. But if you tell me you don't have a drug problem, then there's nothing for me to help you with. So you need to be honest with me, okay? I wasn't the judge who placed you on deferred adjudication. So let me ask you a few questions. What drugs have you been using? How often do you use them?
Or that I did do, or
Well, if you want to say did do, that's up to you. But when's the last time you used? And we're not on the record, so none of this is going to be held against you for a motion to revoke. But I'm trying to figure out who I'm communicating with. So if there's help that you need, we can get you the help that you need. You understand? So it's not a form of punishment. I normally don't look at inpatient treatment to begin with. That's something that I'll give if I see that it's needed over time. You understand? So, but I do need you to be honest with me and honest with probation about your drug use so we can get you the help that you need. So what do you want to say to me? And I know this is probably the first time you're meeting me or the second time you're meeting me, but I believe you can ask any attorney here that when I say that I'm doing this to try to see what help you need, that's the reason why I'm doing it. But if you're going to tell me I don't need any help, you're not going to get any help. And what's going to end up happening when you test positive, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. So anything I need to know. I'm sorry?
I would like to know. I would like this.
Okay, so what are you using? That's what I need to know so I can figure out whether to give you intensive outpatient treatment or just sober meetings or something of that nature. So what do you need help with?
No, I'm not in it. I mean, I have experienced it last, I think a month and a half ago when I did.
And what did you use?
Methamphetamine.
Okay. So we're going to do intensive outpatient treatment. We're going to start you with intensive outpatient treatment. And if you see that that's not working for you and you need more help, you need to let probation know. You understand? So we're going to do the intensive outpatient treatment with the sober meetings. And let's do a referral to felony drug court and see. Felony drug court is a great program and they'll be able to help you get in the mindset so you can get your life in order. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you need? All right, you can do this. Otherwise, I wouldn't have accepted your plea bargain agreement. So it's doable. But from here on out, the people you're around, you need to be careful. And if anybody is trying to interfere with your sobriety or make you do something that could potentially send you to prison, they are not your friend and they do not love you. You understand? All right, good luck to you. Oh, we'll have her sit in the chair. That's okay. Oh, no. All right, court is calling 2022 CR 3083, State of Texas versus Araceli Robles. You can have a seat.
Thank you.
Could I have the parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
Raymond Martinez.
And are you Araceli Robles? Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? And did you understand it? All right, you're gonna need to keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear.
Yes.
Okay. Are you the same Araceli Robles who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 3083 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4,200 grams, on May 9, 2022 for a period of 5 years? Is that you? All right. State?
Yes, violated condition number 2 on or about the 20th day of September 2023 in Bear County, Texas. Defendant is William
Araceli.
Robles did in there failed to submit the drug test and is directed by the court officer, supervision officer, and or duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Violating condition number 2, on or about the 13th day of May 2024, Fairfield, Texas. Defendant, Fairfield, listed and failed to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, and or duly authorization of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? She's pleading true to the last one.
Yes, Judge.
Pleading true to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you understand by pleading true to the last violation, number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion?
Here comes a twist: civil litigation. Turns out she was in a major accident, and her injuries. And treatment could affect not just probation, but a separate legal case. This is one of those times when the legal system overlaps in complicated ways. Ever wonder how personal injury lawsuits and criminal probation intersect? Well, here's your case study.
Find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2? All right, then the court will find that violation of condition number 2 true, and that's the violation that's dated on May 13, 2024. And is there an agreement?
No, there's not.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
The state's going to request a revocation on it. I know that the probation is recommending safety. The state would be recommending revocation.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're requesting that she be continued and that inpatient treatment either be held in abeyance or maybe possibly put on her probation for a time when she can actually do it. I know probation is interested in her doing that. That's one of their recommendations.